everyone, and welcome back to Feel Learns English. My name is Shafi, and I will be your host today. If this is your first time here, welcome. On this channel, we upload English learning lessons regularly to help you improve your English faster and speak with more confidence in real life. In today's lesson, we are going to do something very special and very useful for your English fluency. This session is designed especially for B1 and B2 level learners who want to improve both their listening and speaking skills. You and I will practice together to build stronger vocabulary, learn how to describe situations clearly, share ideas smoothly, and speak more naturally in everyday conversations. This lesson is not only about listening, and it is not only about speaking. It is about connecting both skills so you can express your thoughts without stopping, translating in your head, or feeling unsure. By the end of this video, you will feel more comfortable talking about your daily life, sharing your opinions, describing your experiences, and communicating naturally with other people in English. So please stay with me until the end. Listen carefully, and when I give you speaking prompts, repeat after me. This is your personal fluency practice time. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you do not miss future English lessons like this one. Now, take a deep breath, relax your mind, and let's begin our fluency journey together. Now imagine this situation. You are talking to someone in English and you want to explain your thoughts clearly. Many times you know the words, but they do not come out smoothly. Or you speak, but you feel something is missing, maybe confidence or natural flow. This is completely normal. Almost every English learner experiences this feeling. Today, we are going to train your brain to think in English more quickly and speak more comfortably. We will do this gently, step by step. There is no rush. We are learning with calm confidence. Let's begin with something simple but very powerful, describing your day. Describing your day is one of the most useful speaking skills because you use it in real life every day. When someone asks you, "How was your day?" or "What did you do today?" you should be able to answer naturally. First, listen to me carefully. Then, speak with me softly. You do not need to be perfect. Just try to be clear and natural. I woke up in the morning feeling a little tired, but ready to start the day. I got out of bed slowly and went to the kitchen to make myself a warm cup of tea. The house was quiet, and I enjoyed that calm moment. After that, I took a shower, got dressed, and prepared myself for work. I packed my bag, checked my schedule, and left the house. Now it's your turn. Speak slowly with me. I woke up in the morning feeling a little tired, but ready to start the day. I got out of bed and went to the kitchen to make a warm drink. The house was quiet, and I enjoyed that peaceful moment. Then I took a shower, got dressed, and prepared for the day. Good. Do not worry about mistakes. Just keep speaking. Every time you practice, your fluency improves. Now, let's expand your vocabulary and learn how to describe things more clearly. A confident English speaker does not only say what they did. They add small details that make their language sound natural and expressive. For example, instead of saying, "I had breakfast," you can say, "I had a light breakfast with toast and fruit before I left home." Or, "I made myself a warm breakfast so I could start the day with good energy." Small details show fluency, control, and comfort with the language. Now I want you to describe your morning slowly, step by step. You can use this simple structure. I woke up, then, after that, finally. Take a moment, imagine your morning, and speak softly without forcing your words. You can say something like this. I woke up early today because I wanted a calm start to the morning. I sat up in bed for a moment and took a deep breath. Then I washed my face and refreshed myself. After that, I made breakfast and took my time eating. Finally, I got ready and started my day. Now you try. Pause, speak, and let your words flow. It does not matter if your sentences are simple. What matters is that you are speaking without stopping. Very good. You are improving already. Next, let's work on expressive vocabulary so you can describe feelings, experiences, and situations more clearly. Speaking English is not just about words. It is about expressing meaning and emotion. For example, instead of only saying, "I was happy," you can say, "I felt really happy and calm. It was a peaceful moment for me." Or, "I felt excited because something good happened today." Feel the emotion and express it gently. Now repeat after me. I felt calm. I felt relaxed. I felt confident. I felt a little stressed, but I managed it. I felt excited about something new. I felt proud of myself today. Excellent. You are learning how to express your inner experience. This is real fluency. Now let's practice describing places because in real conversations, you often talk about where you went, where you live, or where something happened. Think about a place you visited recently. Maybe a cafe, a school, a park, or a shop. Listen to this example. There is a small cafe near my home. It is quiet and cozy. The light is warm and the chairs are soft and comfortable. I like to sit near the window and watch people walking outside. It feels peaceful and I enjoy spending time there. Now it's your turn. Think of a place you know well and describe it slowly with calm details. Speak gently and clearly. You are doing very well and we are just getting started. When you describe a place, a feeling, or an experience in English, you are sharing your perspective. When you speak with detail and calmness, people can understand you more easily and imagine what you are talking about. This is what makes communication clear, natural, and meaningful. Many English learners believe that fluency means speaking very fast. But real fluency is not about speed. True fluency is about speaking clearly, feeling confident, and connecting your ideas naturally. When you speak with a calm rhythm and clear expression, your English sounds smooth and fluent, even if you speak slowly. Now, let's gently expand your ability to describe experiences from your daily life. Think about the last time you went somewhere outside your home. It could be the market, a park, your school, your workplace, or even a short walk outside. Close your eyes for a moment and picture that place. Remember what you saw around you. What a relax. I walked slowly, noticed small details, and appreciated the simplicity of that time. Sounds you heard and how you felt inside. As you remember these details, your brain is already getting ready to express them in English. First, listen to me describe a simple experience. Then, you will try your own. I went for a walk in the late afternoon. The weather was calm and the air felt slightly cool. The sky was full of soft colors, orange and pink slowly changing into blue as the sun began to set. I could hear leaves moving gently in the wind. Some people were walking and talking quietly, enjoying the moment. I felt peaceful, and my mind started to now it's your turn. Describe your own moment in the same calm way. Do not rush. Speak slowly and comfortably. You can begin like this. I went outside recently. Then continue by describing what you saw, what you heard, and how you felt. Even if your sentences are simple, they are important. What matters most is the flow. Take your time. Let your voice be gentle. You are not trying to impress anyone. You are learning to express yourself, and that is powerful. Every sentence you speak is progress. Now let's move on to expressing opinions. At the B1 and B2 level, it is very important to share what you think and explain your ideas clearly. This skill helps you in conversations, discussions, and real communication. To express opinions smoothly, we often use simple phrases like, I believe that, in my opinion, I personally think, or from my perspective. These phrases help your ideas sound natural and confident. Listen to these examples. In my opinion, learning English becomes easier when we practice a little every day instead of studying a lot once and then stopping. I believe that small daily practice helps your brain stay connected to the language. I personally think that speaking out loud, even when you are alone, is one of the best ways to build fluency. From my perspective, confidence grows through gentle repetition and patience with yourself. Now it's your turn. Choose something simple from your daily life. It can be about food, exercise, learning, work, or rest. Use one of these phrases and speak softly. Remember, you are not being tested. You are practicing. You are improving step by step. This is how fluency grows, slowly, steadily, and calmly. When we express opinions, it also helps to give a gentle reason. A fluent speaker does not only say what they think, but also explains why they feel that way. This makes your English sound complete and thoughtful. For example, if someone asks why you like studying in the morning, you can say, "I like studying in the morning because my mind feels fresh and relaxed. I can focus better before the day becomes busy." This explanation is simple, but it sounds natural and fluent. You do not need difficult vocabulary. You only need clarity, calm rhythm, and confidence in your voice. Next, let's practice talking about preferences. Preferences are a big part of everyday conversation. We often talk about what we like, what we enjoy, and what we prefer. To speak smoothly, you can use simple phrases like, "I enjoy," "I prefer," or "I like to." Here are some examples. I enjoy spending quiet time in the morning before the day begins. I prefer calm places rather than loud or crowded ones. I like to take slow walks in nature because they help me relax and clear my mind. Now think about something you enjoy. It does not need to be something big. Small things matter too. Maybe you enjoy drinking tea, reading, watching movies, or listening to music. Say it softly. Start with "I enjoy," and then add a reason using "because." This helps your speaking feel natural and complete. Very good. You are learning how to express yourself gently and confidently. Now let's move into describing past experiences because storytelling is an important part of fluent speaking. When you tell a story, even a small one, you show that you can connect sentences smoothly. A story does not need to be exciting or dramatic. A simple experience shared clearly can feel meaningful. Listen to this short story. One day, I went to a nearby bakery to buy some fresh bread. It was early in the morning, and the air smelled warm and sweet. The bakery was quiet, and soft music played in the background. I talked with the person working there, and they were friendly and kind. I bought my bread and walked home slowly, enjoying the moment. It was a small experience, but it felt peaceful. Now think about a small experience from your own life. It can be something that happened recently. Start by saying when or where it happened. Then describe what you saw, what you heard, and how you felt. If you need to pause while speaking, that is completely okay. Fluency grows with practice, not pressure. Now let's practice speaking in real time. Please repeat after me softly and calmly. Take your time and feel the meaning of each sentence as you say it. I am learning to express my thoughts clearly. I am speaking with more confidence every day. I am becoming more fluent step by step. I believe in my ability to learn and improve. I am proud of myself for practicing today. Very good. Feel the meaning behind these words. Confidence does not appear suddenly. Confidence grows slowly through regular and gentle practice. And right now, you are building that confidence. Each time you practice speaking, you are becoming stronger and more comfortable. As you learn to describe your experiences, your preferences, your feelings, and your opinions, your voice will start to feel more natural. English will begin to feel more familiar to you. Slowly, you will notice that you start thinking in English more often. Speaking will feel easier, smoother, and more relaxed. Now, let's go a little deeper and talk about connection. Speaking is not only about making correct sentences. It is also about connecting with the person who is listening. When you speak to a friend, a colleague, or someone new, people listen not only to your words, but also to your tone, your pauses, and your presence. This means that fluency is also about being calm and relaxed while speaking. When you breathe slowly and speak gently, your voice becomes clearer, steadier, and easier to understand. Let's try something simple together. Take a slow breath in. Hold it gently for a moment. Now breathe out slowly. Feel your shoulders relax. When your body feels calm, your language becomes more natural. Many learners feel nervous about making mistakes. This nervous feeling can make your voice sound fast, tight, or unsteady. But calm energy gives you control. So whenever you speak English, remember to breathe, pause, and allow your words to come out easily. Now imagine this situation. Someone asks you, "How was your day?" Instead of worrying about perfect grammar, focus on sharing one simple moment from your day. For example, you can say, "My day was nice. I spent some quiet time in the morning drinking tea and planning what I needed to do. Later, I worked and felt productive. It was not a very busy day, but it felt calm and balanced." These are simple sentences, but they clearly express your experience. That is fluency. Now let's practice together. I will speak slowly, and you repeat after me. My day was good today. I started my morning quietly. I took time to breathe and prepare myself. I worked steadily and did my best. I took care of what was important. I allowed myself to rest when I needed to. Feel that calm feeling in your voice. That is gentle confidence. Now, let's expand your expression a little more. At the B1 and B2 level, describing your feelings with small details helps your English sound more fluent and complete. For example, instead of saying, "I was tired," you can say, "I felt tired at the end of the day, but I also felt satisfied because I finished what I needed to do." Instead of saying, "I was happy," you can say, "I felt happy because I spent time with someone I care about." Adding a reason makes your language more meaningful and natural. Now repeat after me slowly. I felt peaceful because I took time for myself. I felt motivated because I made progress. I felt a little stressed, but I handled things patiently. I felt grateful for the small positive moments in my day. I felt connected to myself as I moved through my day. Excellent. Your voice is becoming clearer and more confident. Now, let's practice describing people, because in daily conversations we often talk about friends, family members, teachers, or coworkers. When describing a person, focus on their personality and how they make others feel, not only how they look. For example, she is a kind and thoughtful person. She listens carefully and speaks gently. She makes people feel comfortable around her. Notice how this description creates a feeling, not just an image. Now you try. Think about someone you know well. Think about their character and how they make you feel. Speak softly. He is patient and supportive. He gives calm advice and understands others. Or, she is cheerful and full of positive energy. She brings warmth into conversations. Do not worry about mistakes. What matters is that you are expressing your thoughts clearly. Every time you speak like this, your fluency grows. You are not only learning English, you are shaping your voice in English. That is a powerful and beautiful skill. Now let's move into describing experiences in a natural and connected way. When we talk about experiences, we often focus only on what happened. But real fluency also includes how we felt and what we noticed. This depth makes your English feel alive. For example, when you talk about a weekend trip, you can describe the place, but also the atmosphere, the weather, the mood, and your emotions. These small details make language vivid and expressive. Without them, language can sound flat. With them, your English begins to breathe. Listen to this example. Last weekend, I visited a small park near my home. The air felt fresh and the sound of birds created a peaceful feeling. I walked slowly along a path surrounded by trees. Soft sunlight came through the leaves and everything felt calm. I sat on a bench and observed life around me. People were smiling, talking quietly, and walking their dogs. It reminded me that even small moments can be beautiful and meaningful. It was a simple experience, but it stayed with me. Now it's your turn. Choose a small experience from your life. It could be a walk, a meal, a conversation, or a quiet moment alone. Describe it gently, slowly, and calmly. Take your time. This is how fluency grows, naturally and confidently. Speak slowly and allow your thoughts to unfold naturally. You do not need to rush. Even when your language is simple, it can still be beautiful and meaningful. You might say something like this. Yesterday, I spent some time sitting outside. I listened to the sound of the wind and watched the sky. It helped me feel calm and peaceful. This kind of language is simple, natural, and honest. That is real fluency. Now, let's build your ability to talk about the future. Speaking about future plans is a very common part of daily conversation. To do this smoothly, you can use phrases like, I'm going to, I plan to, or I hope to. These expressions help you share your intentions clearly and confidently. For example, I am going to start exercising more regularly because I want to feel healthier. I hope to learn more English each week so I can speak more naturally with others. These sentences are clear and confident. Now practice with me. Repeat softly and calmly. I am going to continue improving my English. I plan to speak a little every day. I hope to become more confident in conversations. I am learning step by step, and that is enough right now. I trust my progress. Feel the strength and calmness in these words. You are not rushing. You are developing at your own pace. Now let's practice responding naturally in conversation, because real fluency often depends on how comfortably you respond when someone speaks to you. Imagine someone asks you, "How are you?" Instead of saying only "fine," you can add a little more warmth and detail. You might say, "I'm doing well today. I feel calm and focused. Thank you for asking." This response sounds friendly and connected. Or if someone asks, "What are you doing these days?" you could say, "I'm learning English and practicing my speaking. It feels rewarding, and I'm improving slowly every day." This shows confidence, progress, and personality. Now repeat after me gently. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm learning and growing a little every day. I'm practicing my English and feeling more comfortable with it. I appreciate the progress I'm making. These responses show presence and confidence. Remember, fluency is not about knowing many advanced words. Fluency is about expressing yourself clearly and calmly. You do not need a large vocabulary to communicate deeply. You need awareness, gentle detail, and a steady rhythm. When we speak with others, our tone and pace are just as important as our words. If we speak too quickly, our message can feel rushed or unclear. If we speak too slowly with nervous pauses, our message may sound uncertain. But when we speak with a gentle, steady rhythm, our voice feels natural and confident. A fluent speaker is not someone who speaks fast. A fluent speaker is someone who speaks clearly and comfortably. So as we continue practicing, allow your voice to find its natural, relaxed pace. Now imagine a conversation with a friend or colleague. They ask you, "What have you been working on recently?" To answer this smoothly, focus on giving a calm and simple summary. For example, recently I've been focusing on improving my English and building better habits in my daily routine. If you want to add more detail, you can say how it feels. It feels good to see slow progress, and I'm enjoying the process more than before. Notice how natural and balanced this sounds. You are sharing information and also expressing your feelings. Now it's your turn. Say softly, "Recently, I've been working on." Finish the sentence with something real from your life. Then add, "It feels." Describe how it affects you. This is how you build emotional fluency along with language fluency. Let's practice describing goals again, but with a little more meaning. Fluent speakers often explain why their goals matter. For example, I want to speak English more confidently because it helps me connect with people from different places. I want to improve my listening skills so I can understand conversations more naturally. These gentle reasons make your speech sound sincere and confident. Now repeat softly, I want to speak English more confidently because I want to express myself clearly. I want to improve my listening so I can understand others better. I want to feel comfortable speaking without fear of making mistakes. I am learning with patience and consistency. I am proud of every step I take. Very good. Your voice is becoming more grounded each time you speak. Now let's practice describing everyday tasks. This is very important for fluency because daily routines are a big part of real conversations. Instead of listing actions, describe them like a soft story. For example, in the afternoon, I spent some time organizing my things and planning for the next day. I cleaned my space, made a short list, and took a moment to relax. Now take a moment and describe your afternoon or evening in the same gentle way. Speak slowly and allow your sentences to come naturally. You might say, in the evening, I made myself a warm drink and sat quietly for a few minutes. I thought about my day and allowed myself to unwind. This is calm fluency. When you describe your life in English, even with simple sentences, you are training your brain to think in English. You are building a strong connection between your thoughts and your language. Step by step, that connection becomes stronger and more natural. This is exactly how fluency develops. It does not come from memorizing long lists of vocabulary. It comes from using language gently, patiently, and consistently. If at any moment you feel slow or unsure, remember that slow is okay. Slow is how fluency grows. Speaking fast does not mean speaking fluently. Speaking smoothly and clearly means fluency. Take a deep breath now and relax your shoulders. You are doing very well. Sometimes speaking English feels difficult when you try to find the right words quickly. This is something many learners experience. It is not a sign of weakness, and it is not a failure. It simply means that your thoughts are moving faster than your English can express them. And that is completely normal. The key is not to force the words. The key is to slow your thoughts slightly and give your speech space to form naturally. You do not need to answer immediately in a conversation. You can pause, breathe, and then speak. Pauses are powerful. They give your mind time to choose the right words. They show calm confidence, not hesitation. Now imagine someone asks you a thoughtful question like, how do you handle stress, or what do you like to do to relax? These questions naturally need a moment of thinking. If you respond slowly and gently, your fluency will sound strong and intentional. You might say something like, when I feel stressed, I try to slow down and take a break. I breathe deeply and remind myself that I can handle things step by step. This response is calm, clear, and thoughtful. Now you try. Think about something that helps you relax. It could be listening to music, walking, reading, sitting quietly, or practicing gratitude. Speak slowly. When I want to relax, I usually finish your sentence gently. Then add, it helps me because, describe how it makes you feel. This kind of speaking deepens your communication and makes your English more meaningful. Now let's practice speaking about memories. Memories are soft and emotional, and they allow you to express yourself with depth. Choose a happy or peaceful memory. Do not choose anything complicated. It could be a holiday, a family gathering, a quiet moment with someone you care about, or a simple memory from childhood. Begin by describing where you were. Then describe what you saw, what the atmosphere felt like, and how it made you feel. You could say something like, I remember a day when I sat near a lake with my family. The water was calm, and the light reflected gently on the surface. We talked, laughed, and shared simple moments together. I felt warm, safe, and connected. This is emotional fluency. This is language that comes from the heart. You can practice this on your own as well. Whenever you remember something meaningful, describe it slowly in English. Even if you are alone, your brain is listening. Your voice is shaping your language. Your fluency is growing quietly, like a plant that grows slowly and steadily every day. Now let's gently build vocabulary to describe atmosphere and mood. These words help you paint a picture when you speak. For example, instead of saying the place was nice, you can say the place was calm, warm, and welcoming. Instead of saying the moment was good, you can say the moment felt peaceful, meaningful, and comforting. Notice how these small changes add emotion and clarity. Now repeat after me slowly. The atmosphere was peaceful and comforting. The moment felt soft and meaningful. The environment was calm and relaxed. I felt present and connected to the experience. These words are simple, but they allow your English to feel more alive and expressive. Now take another slow breath. Place your hand gently on your chest. Feel your breath rise and fall, and allow your voice to soften. The more relaxed your body becomes, the more natural your English sounds. Learning a language is not only training the mind. It is also training the breath, the voice, and the heart. You are learning to speak with presence. You are doing very well. Truly, you are building fluency gently, steadily, and consciously. One very meaningful skill is learning to describe what is happening around you in the present moment. This helps your mind stay connected to English in real time instead of translating from your first language. Right now, look around you. Notice small things. The colors, the sounds, the temperature, your posture, your breathing. Now try to describe these things softly in English. You could say, the room is quiet. I can hear a soft sound in the background. I am sitting comfortably. My mind feels calm. These sentences are simple, but they are powerful because they keep your attention inside the language. Now gently describe your surroundings on your own. Speak slowly. Let your voice move at a calm, steady pace. It is okay if you pause. Pausing is part of speaking. Pausing is natural. Fluency is not about speed. It is about connection. Now let's practice a short dialogue style to build conversational rhythm. Listen first and imagine responding calmly. How has your day been so far? You can say, my day has been good so far. I've been doing my best and staying present. If someone asks, are you feeling okay today? You could respond, yes, I'm feeling okay today. I feel calm and I'm taking things one step at a time. Thank you for asking. These responses are simple, warm, and natural. This is real fluency. This is connected speaking. And step by step, this is exactly what you are learning to do. I feel calm and centered. Thank you for asking. When someone asks you, what are your plans later? You can answer in a simple and relaxed way. For example, you might say, later, I plan to take some time to relax and maybe learn a bit more English. Try practicing these kinds of responses in your mind or out loud. Let your voice stay slow and steady. When you speak calmly, your English sounds more confident and natural. Now, let's move on to expressing thoughts and reflections. Sometimes conversations become deeper and people ask what you think or how you feel about life situations. To share your thoughts clearly, you can use easy connecting phrases such as I feel that, I've noticed that, or recently I've realized. These phrases help your English flow smoothly. Here is an example. Recently, I've realized that taking small breaks during the day helps me feel more balanced and relaxed. I feel that it is important to give myself time to breathe and reset. This is a gentle reflection. You can do this with any topic. Now try it yourself. Start slowly with, recently, I've noticed that. Share one small truth from your life and explain it softly. You can add, it helps me because, speak slowly. There is no pressure. Good. You are training your mind to express ideas clearly. Next, let's practice describing other people's emotions. This helps you connect better in conversations. Think about someone you saw or talked to recently. You might say, she looked happy today. She had a warm smile and her energy felt light. Or, he seemed tired, but he was still gentle and patient with his words. These descriptions show emotion, awareness, and empathy. They also show fluency. Now think of a friend, a coworker, or anyone you interacted with recently. Describe their mood in a soft way. Remember, this is not about being perfect. It is about noticing feelings and expressing them calmly and honestly. Now, let's gently grow your descriptive vocabulary for daily life. Words like peaceful, gentle, warm, relaxed, steady, present, and meaningful help express emotional tone. When you use these words, your English feels deeper and more human. Repeat softly, the moment felt peaceful. The environment was warm and comforting. I felt relaxed and steady. The experience was meaningful to me. Very good. You are learning to speak English with emotional feeling, not just grammar. Take another slow breath. Notice your progress. You are moving forward beautifully. When you speak with emotional presence, your words sound more authentic and natural. People can hear sincerity in your voice. This is not something you memorize from a book. It comes from allowing yourself to express real thoughts slowly and calmly. Each time you speak English honestly, your fluency grows. Instead of trying to sound perfect, focus on sounding present. Your English becomes more meaningful when you speak with awareness. Now, let's practice talking about daily feelings. Imagine someone asks, how do you feel when you start your day? A natural answer could be, when I start my day, I like to take a quiet moment to breathe and settle my mind. It helps me feel balanced and ready for the day. Notice how this answer moves gently from action to emotion to reason. This pattern makes communication smooth. Now try your own sentence. When I start my day, I usually. Then add a gentle feeling. It helps me feel. Do not worry if your sentences are simple. Simplicity brings clarity, and clarity is fluency. Let's continue by describing routines with emotional awareness. For example, I try to exercise regularly. It helps my body feel strong and my mind feel clear. Or, I like to study in quiet places. I understand better when the environment is peaceful. These sentences show awareness of your inner experience, not just your actions. This makes your English richer. Now, think about a small conversation you had recently. It could be with a friend, family member, coworker, or even someone in a store. You can describe it like this. I had a short conversation today. It was simple, but it felt nice to connect. We talked about our day, and the feeling was warm and friendly. The focus is not complexity. The focus is connection. You can try your own version. I spoke with someone recently. It felt, then describe the tone, warm, calm, pleasant, or natural. Now let's deepen emotional expression. Feelings are not only happy, sad, or angry. There are softer emotions too, and they give your language depth. Words like peaceful, relieved, grounded, supported, open, and thoughtful are very useful. Repeat gently, I felt peaceful. I felt grounded and steady. I felt supported and understood. I felt thoughtful and reflective. I felt open and calm in the moment. Notice how these words create space inside you. When you speak like this, people often respond more gently. In the future, I hope to become more confident and more expressive. I want to keep improving step by step, without rushing myself. I believe that being consistent will help me grow over time. I trust the learning process. English does not need to be fast. English needs to be sincere, and sincerity is something you already have. You are doing very well. You are not only learning how to speak English, you are learning how to speak with yourself. This kind of learning stays with you for a lifetime. When you learn to talk about your feelings, your experiences, and your hopes with calmness and clarity, your communication becomes deeper and more meaningful. People may not remember every word you say, but they will remember how you made them feel. Someone who speaks slowly and gently often sounds more confident and grounded than someone who speaks very fast. So as we continue this journey together, keep coming back to your breath, your calm voice, and your natural pace. Now, let's build your ability to describe thoughts in more depth. At the B1 and B2 levels, conversations often include sharing opinions and perspectives. Imagine someone asks you, "What do you think about learning languages?" A natural and fluent answer could be, "I think learning a language opens your mind. It helps you understand people better and connect with different cultures." It takes time and patience, but the progress feels meaningful. Notice how this answer starts with a thought, then adds explanation and feeling. This is how fluent speakers share ideas naturally. You can do the same. Start with, "I think that," and then gently explain your view. Take your time. There is no hurry. Now, let's talk about small joys. Talking about what makes you happy also improves fluency. For example, you could say, "I enjoy quiet mornings when I can sit with a warm drink and think calmly." Or, "I love listening to music in the evening because it helps me relax." These sentences feel personal and real. Think about something simple that brings you joy. It could be sunlight through a window, birds singing, your favorite food, or a kind conversation. Describe it softly in your own way. You can start with, "I really enjoy," and then explain how it makes you feel. Next, let's practice talking about responsibilities and routines in a calm, natural way. You might say, "I have many responsibilities, but I try to handle them one at a time. I make a list, focus on what is important, and take short breaks to stay balanced." This kind of communication sounds realistic and confident. Now try your own version. Start gently with, "I try to handle my responsibilities by," even if your sentence is simple, it is enough. You are learning to express your inner world clearly, and that is the heart of fluency. Now, let's describe energy and mood throughout the day. For example, in the morning, I usually feel calm and focused. In the afternoon, I sometimes feel a little tired, but I try to stay steady. In the evening, I feel more relaxed and reflective. These sentences flow naturally and show self-awareness. Try your own version slowly. In the morning, I usually feel. In the afternoon, I often feel. At night, I feel. Take your time. Let each sentence breathe. Now, think about someone you admire. It could be a teacher, a family member, a friend, or even someone you observe from a distance. Try to describe why you admire them. For example, "I admire her because she is calm, patient, and kind. She speaks gently and listens carefully. She makes people feel understood." Describing admiration helps you practice emotional detail and gentle vocabulary. Think of your person and describe them slowly from the heart. Good. You are deepening your fluency through emotional expression. Take a slow breath. Notice how your English is growing, not only in vocabulary, but also in tone, expression, and presence. You are not just learning English. You are learning how to communicate meaningfully in English, and you are doing it beautifully. When you talk about inspiration or admiration, you share something personal. This helps people understand who you are, not just what you know. True communication always includes emotion. As you continue learning English, you will see that expressing emotion is just as important as describing actions. People connect through feeling. Now, let's practice talking about small victories. These are the little things you do each day that show progress. For example, today I learned a new word and practiced using it. It made me feel proud and motivated. Or, I completed my task step by step, and it helped me feel organized and in control. Small achievements matter. Fluency is built through many small steps repeated consistently. Think of one small positive thing you did today. It could even be this moment, practicing English. Say it softly. Today I made progress. I took time to learn. I am proud of myself. Feel the meaning of your words. When you speak kindly to yourself, your voice becomes stronger. Think about something you ate recently. Take your time. Speak slowly. You can say, "The flavor was gentle. The temperature was warm. It made me feel comfortable and relaxed." Even short sentences like these help your mouth, your mind, and your vocabulary work together. This connection is very important for fluency. Now, let's move to describing movement and rhythm in your daily life. This helps you talk about actions in a natural and fluent way. For example, you could say, "I walked slowly to clear my mind." Or, "I moved through my tasks with patience and focus." Notice how adding feeling to movement makes your language more expressive. Now try describing one simple action from your day. You can begin with, "I walked." "I worked." "I rested." Then gently add how it felt. "It felt calm." "It felt steady." "It felt peaceful." "It felt grounding." Good. This is how fluency begins to feel natural and real. Next, let's practice soft and simple dialogue responses. These are the kinds of responses we use every day when talking with others. For example, if someone says, "That sounds nice," you can reply, "Yes, it was a gentle moment, and I really appreciated it." If someone says, "I understand," you might respond, "Thank you." It means a lot to be heard. These responses are simple, but they show emotional awareness and communication depth. Now imagine a very simple conversation. Someone asks, "How are you feeling today?" You respond softly, "I am feeling calm and steady." "Thank you for asking." Someone asks, "What are you focusing on these days?" You say, "I am focusing on improving my English and building confidence in my voice." Someone asks, "How is everything going?" You respond, "Everything is moving step by step. I am learning to be patient with myself." These sentences create connection. They show presence. They show calm confidence. Now take one slow breath. Notice how your English is beginning to feel like your own voice. Not forced. Not memorized. Just natural. This is fluency. Not speed. Not perfection. Presence. You are doing very well. As you continue practicing in this gentle way, something important will start to happen. Your sentences will begin to connect more smoothly. Words will come more easily. You will feel less pressure to perform and more freedom to simply express yourself. This is the moment when your mind begins to think in English instead of thinking before English. It happens quietly, but it is one of the strongest signs of real fluency. Now, let's practice describing thoughts that come during a calm moment. You might say, "Sometimes I sit quietly and allow my thoughts to come and go. I notice them without reacting. It helps me feel peaceful and aware." Language like this helps you describe your inner experience, not just what happens outside. This deepens your communication. Now try describing a quiet moment you had recently. Speak slowly. Even if the moment was simple, you can begin with, "There was a moment when I sat quietly." Then describe what you felt, what you noticed, and what you realized. Let your words come naturally. Now, let's talk about conversations with other people. When you speak with someone, listening is just as important as speaking. Listening fully is a strong sign of confidence. When you are truly present, you do not worry about what to say next. You trust that your words will come. Fluent communication is like a gentle exchange. You speak. You listen. You breathe. You respond. Imagine someone shares their feelings with you. You do not need to answer quickly. You can simply acknowledge them. You can say, "I understand how you feel." Or, "Thank you for sharing that with me." These sentences are simple, but very powerful. Now practice supportive language softly. I hear you. I understand. You are not alone in that feeling. It makes sense that you felt that way. This is emotional fluency. It is responding with care, not just information. Now let's practice describing your energy at different times of the day. For example, in the middle of the day, I sometimes feel tired, but I try to stay present and move gently through my tasks. Or, at night, I often feel more reflective and thoughtful, and I like to slow down. Now try your own version slowly. In the afternoon, I usually feel. In the evening, I often feel. Take your time. There is no hurry here. Learning a language this way is like learning to breathe more deeply. Your voice begins to open. Your thoughts begin to relax. Your sentences begin to flow naturally, without forcing anything. You grow into your fluency. Now imagine speaking English with someone in real life. Imagine a calm conversation. Imagine speaking slowly, confidently, and gently. Picture yourself breathing and responding with ease. This kind of imagination is part of fluency training. The mind practices before the mouth does. Take one soft breath. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your voice settle into your body. You are doing this beautifully. Your English is growing with every sentence you speak. Your voice is becoming more natural, more grounded, and more expressive. As we continue this journey together, remember one important thing. Fluency does not arrive suddenly. It does not appear overnight. Fluency grows slowly and gently, like a small plant that receives a little sunlight and a little water each day. Every time you practice speaking, every time you describe your experiences, and every time you slow down and allow your thoughts to settle before speaking, you are strengthening the connection between your mind and the language. This quiet growth is the strongest kind of progress. It stays with you. It lasts. Now, let's explore how to describe environments with emotional tone. The places around us affect how we feel, and when we express that feeling, our communication becomes deeper and more natural. For example, imagine a library. You could simply say, "The library is quiet." That sentence is correct. But you can also say, "The library feels calm and peaceful." You can add, "The silence helps me focus and think clearly." Both descriptions talk about the same place, but the second one includes emotion and atmosphere. Now imagine a busy street. You could say, "The street is crowded." Or you could say, "The street feels energetic and full of movement." There is a lively atmosphere that makes everything feel active. Again, the meaning is similar, but the feeling is richer. Now think of a place you know well. It could be a room, a cafe, a school, your workplace, or a nearby park. Describe it softly, as if you were painting a picture with your voice. You might say, "The place feels warm and comfortable." Or, "There is a gentle and peaceful atmosphere." Or, "It feels lively and full of motion." Speak slowly. Let the image form naturally in your mind. Next, let's deepen your ability to describe how you feel during the day. Sometimes we feel energized and open. Other times we feel quiet, reflective, or tired. All of these feelings are natural. A fluent speaker can describe them calmly and clearly. For example, you could say, "Today my mind feels quiet. I am taking things slowly and trying to stay present." Or you could say, "Today I feel energized and motivated. I feel ready to begin new tasks." The key is not to force emotion. The key is to observe it. Take a moment now and notice how you feel. Not how you think you should feel, but how you actually feel. Name it gently. You might say, "I feel calm and steady." Or, "I feel thoughtful and quiet." Or, "I feel open and ready." Or, "I feel peaceful and centered." Whatever you feel is okay. Speaking your feeling is fluency. Now let's practice speaking kindly to yourself. Many learners are very hard on themselves. They say things like, "I am not good enough," or "I make too many mistakes." But fluency grows faster when you speak to yourself with encouragement and patience. You can say, I am learning step by step, or I am improving every day, even if the progress feels slow. Now repeat softly, I am learning at my own pace. I am improving through practice. I do not need to rush. I trust my progress. Feel how calm and supportive these sentences sound. Now imagine someone asks you about your goals in English. You could answer like this. I want to speak English naturally and comfortably. I want to express myself without hesitation. I want my communication to feel real and authentic. These sentences are simple, honest, and mature. Now answer the same question in your own words. What is your goal with English? Speak slowly. Speak with feeling. This is real fluency because it comes from you, not from memorization. Take one slow breath. Inhale gently. Exhale slowly. Feel your body relax. Your voice is becoming more grounded. Your English is beginning to sound like your voice, not a copied voice. This is a real transformation. As your fluency grows, your relationship with English will change. At first, English may have felt distant, like something outside of you, something you had to reach for. But slowly, it becomes part of you. It becomes a voice in your thoughts, a rhythm in your mind, and a softness in your expression. When you speak slowly and with intention, you give English space to live inside you. This is the most peaceful way to learn. Learning through presence, not pressure. Now let's practice speaking about change. Change is a natural part of life, and talking about it helps you connect with others. For example, you could say, recently, my daily routine has changed a little. I am trying to wake up earlier so I can enjoy quiet time in the morning. Or you could say, lately, I have been feeling calmer and more grounded. I am practicing patience and moving through life more slowly. Now try describing a small change in your own life. You can begin with, recently, I've noticed that, then describe how it affects your mood or your day. Speak slowly and warmly. Next, let's practice reflecting on your day. Reflection means looking back with gentle awareness. You might say, today I tried to stay present. Some moments were easy, some were challenging, but I moved through them one by one. This kind of speaking shows emotional confidence and maturity. Now try reflecting in your own words. It was a day where then describe how it felt. It helped me feel. This is natural human communication. Try your own version softly. Tomorrow, I hope to, and let the sentence come naturally. There is no right or wrong answer. Just allow your thoughts to flow. Now let's practice describing another person's emotions. This is important because fluent communication is not only about expressing yourself, but also about noticing and understanding others. For example, she seemed quiet today, maybe a bit tired, but still thoughtful and warm. Or, he looked happy and lighthearted, like he had a good start to the day. Notice how these descriptions include feeling, not just facts. Think of someone you interacted with today or recently. Describe their emotional state gently. You might begin with he seemed or she appeared. It does not have to be exact. You are practicing awareness, not accuracy. Breathe slowly. Your mind is learning to speak English with softness and clarity. Now let's gently expand your conversational presence. Conversations can be short and simple, like greetings or small talk. Other times, conversations go deeper about dreams, struggles, hopes, or relationships. In both types of conversation, your calm presence is what makes your words feel fluent. For light conversations, you might say, "That sounds nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That must have felt good." For deeper conversations, you can respond with understanding. "I can imagine how that felt. It makes sense that you reacted that way. Thank you for sharing that with me." These responses are simple, human, and meaningful. This is fluency, human connection expressed softly. Take a moment to appreciate what you are doing. You are not just memorizing vocabulary. You are shaping your voice. You are learning to express your experience, your heart, your observations, and your calmness. This kind of fluency comes from within. It cannot be forced. It grows naturally as you stay present and consistent. Place your attention on your breath. Inhale softly. Exhale slowly. Feel your voice resting gently in your chest. You are not rushing. You are evolving. Your English is growing beautifully. Sometimes, when learning a language, we focus so much on rules, grammar, and correctness that we forget the real purpose of language: to connect. Language is a bridge between your inner world and the world around you. When you speak softly and honestly, even simple sentences hold deep meaning. Do not worry if your vocabulary feels limited. What matters is the feeling behind your words, the clarity of your intention, and the calmness in your voice. These are the qualities that make English sound fluent and real. Now let's practice expressing thoughts about daily situations and how they influence your mood. For example, I enjoy having a slow morning because it helps me start the day with clarity. I feel better when I take a few breaks during the day to breathe and reset. These ideas are simple but meaningful. Speaking like this shows awareness and emotional fluency. Think softly about your own day. Identify one small thing that helps you feel balanced. Then say it slowly, I feel better when, and finish gently and honestly. This is your voice learning to express your inner rhythm. Next, imagine someone asks about your personal growth goals. A calm, fluent response could be, I want to become more patient with myself. I want to take life at a steady pace and appreciate the small steps I am taking. Notice how soft, simple language reflects maturity. Try your own version quietly, I want to, and then add why. It helps me. Speak from your heart. That is fluency. Now, let's describe subtle emotional experiences. Sometimes we feel peaceful, sometimes uncertain, quiet, or thoughtful. These are real emotions that deserve expression. For example, today I feel a little quiet inside. I am observing my thoughts and trying to understand myself better. Or, I feel hopeful, like something gentle is opening in my life. You do not need to be poetic, just sincere. Take a moment to describe your current emotional state. Speak softly. I feel. Let the sentence finish naturally. This is emotional fluency. Now, imagine someone telling you about their day. Listening fully is a key part of fluent conversation. You can respond softly, matching their emotional tone. If their day was good, you might say, that sounds lovely. I'm glad you had a good day. If their day was difficult, you could say, I understand. Thank you for sharing that with me. I'm here. These small responses create warmth, trust, and connection. Practice gently. That sounds meaningful. I appreciate you sharing this. I understand how that may have felt. Your words become a shelter for conversation. Next, let's focus on describing the rhythm of your day. Rhythm is the natural flow of your actions and emotions. For example, my day moved slowly and calmly. Or, the day felt busy, but I tried to stay steady. Notice how even simple sentences become fluent when they reflect your inner awareness and soft pacing. Speak slowly. Let your voice guide your words. This is how natural, present fluency grows. These sentences show awareness of movement, not just activity. Try describing the rhythm of today for yourself. My day moved, and then express the energy, slowly, quickly, calmly, quietly, steadily, beautifully. Now gently imagine speaking English with someone you trust, someone who listens kindly and responds with care. Notice how your voice naturally slows, softens, and becomes calm. That voice already exists inside you. You are simply bringing it to the surface. Each sentence you speak in the soft, present way trains your brain to use English as a natural part of your inner world. Take a slow breath in and out. Feel your chest rise and soften. Your voice is not something you push, it is something you allow. You are building fluency through presence, patience, and gentle repetition. This kind of fluency lasts. As you continue to learn, remember that your voice in English grows through gentle practice, not force. Allow yourself to speak slowly, breathe between sentences, and find your words naturally. English becomes more a part of you when you give it space. There is no need to hurry. Fluency is not a race, it is a relationship. A relationship between your thoughts, your breath, and your words. You are learning to trust yourself in this language. Now, let's practice describing something you appreciate. Appreciating something means noticing the good in life, even if it is small. For example, I appreciate the calm moments in my day when I can just breathe and feel quiet inside. Or, I appreciate the people who speak kindly and listen with patience. When you speak appreciation aloud, your words carry warmth and sincerity. Think of something you appreciate today. Speak softly, I appreciate, and then explain why it makes you feel. There is no need to be perfect. Just be genuine. Next, let's practice describing time. Time can feel fast, slow, peaceful, or heavy. When you describe it, listeners understand your rhythm. For example, today felt slow and gentle. Or, the day passed quickly, but I tried to stay grounded. Try describing today in this way. Today felt, then add how it moved or how it felt emotionally. Now let's move to describing small, meaningful interactions, even if they are simple. For example, I spoke to someone today, and the conversation felt warm and sincere. Or, I exchanged a smile with someone, and it lifted my mood a little. Notice how these moments are simple yet deeply human. Think of one positive interaction you had. Speak gently, I shared a moment with, and then describe how it felt. This is how English becomes a language of connection, not just communication. Now let's expand your ability to describe inner thoughts in real time. Sometimes you think about goals, direction, or growth. Express these reflections softly. I am learning to be kinder to myself. I am learning to take life one step at a time. I am learning to trust that progress does not need to be fast to be meaningful. These sentences build self-awareness and confidence. Repeat slowly, I am learning gently. I am growing steadily. I am patient with myself. I trust my progress. Let each sentence settle inside you. Now imagine someone asks, how do you like to spend your free time? A calm, fluent response could be, I like to spend my free time doing things that make me feel peaceful and grounded. Sometimes I read. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I just sit quietly and breathe. Notice how simple language can sound expressive and fluent. Try your own version softly. In my free time, I like to, and explain how it makes you feel. Take a long, gentle inhale. Hold and slowly exhale. Feel the calm inside your body. Feel the space in your words. Your English is becoming softer, clearer, and truly yours. You are speaking from your real self, and that is the most fluent voice you can have. Next, let's practice speaking gently about personal growth. At this stage, reflecting on yourself is important. Personal growth is often quiet and subtle, like the way you've been learning English in this gentle rhythm. You may not notice change day by day, but over time, you will see how far you have come. Express this progression softly. I feel that I am becoming more patient with myself. I am learning to accept the time that growth takes. I understand that progress is not always fast, but it is still real. These words show maturity and emotional intelligence. Now try your own, I am learning to, and describe a gentle personal change. Let's practice describing how you relate to challenges. Challenges do not need to be dramatic to be real. Even small difficulties, feeling tired, uncertain, or distracted, are part of life. Speak about them calmly and balanced. Sometimes I feel uncertain, but I try to stay present and trust the process. Some days are harder than others, but I am learning to move through them slowly without judgment. These sentences show strength, patience, and self-awareness. Try expressing your relationship with challenges softly. Sometimes I struggle with English, but I am learning to speak it gently. This is fluency from the heart. Now let's practice describing comfort, the things that make you feel safe, relaxed, and supported. Comfort can be found in small things: the warmth of a drink, the softness of light, the presence of someone kind, the quiet of your room. You can express comfort like this: I feel comfort when I sit quietly and breathe. The stillness helps me return to myself. Or, I feel comfort when someone listens to me with attention. It makes me feel understood and valued. Take a moment now. Think of something that brings you comfort. Speak softly, I feel comfort when, and let the sentence unfold naturally. Now let's shift into describing hopes for the future with gentle openness, not pressure. For example, I hope to continue growing in ways that feel natural and true to who I am. Or, I hope to connect with more people and share meaningful conversations. These are soft, fluent hopes. They show direction without tension. Try expressing your hope softly. In the future, I hope to. Do not rush. Let your voice follow your breath. Now imagine speaking with someone who respects you, listens carefully, and responds thoughtfully. In that conversation, you do not need to perform or impress. You only need to be present. Speaking English is not about proving your knowledge. It is about being open and real in the moment. When you speak with presence, even simple sentences sound full. Repeat gently, as if speaking to someone who truly sees you. I am here. I am speaking from a calm place. I trust my voice. I trust my language. I trust my progress. Feel how your voice warms as you say these words. Next, let's describe the feeling of slow learning. Learning slowly allows me to understand more deeply. Or, I am learning without rushing, and that makes the process feel peaceful and meaningful. These sentences show that you are not pushing English. You are allowing it to settle into your life. Take a long breath. Feel that you are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Your fluency is unfolding softly, steadily, naturally, and beautifully. Now let's move into the flow of everyday communication. In real life, conversations are not planned. They move naturally, shifting from one topic to another. The more comfortable you become with letting your sentences form, the more natural your English feels. You do not need to know exactly what to say before you say it. Stay present, breathe, and let your words come from your inner calm. Imagine someone asks, "How have you been feeling lately?" You do not need a perfect answer. A gentle, truthful response is enough. I've been learning to slow down and take things one step at a time. I've been focusing on staying patient with myself. Try your own version softly. I've been feeling, and continue with something real, honest, and simple. For example, I've been feeling a bit quiet but steady. Or, I've been feeling hopeful in a gentle way. Your voice becomes more fluent when it is sincere. Now let's practice describing the rhythm of your thoughts. Sometimes thoughts feel fast and busy, other times soft and spacious. You can express this calmly. My mind feels quiet today, and I am moving gently through my tasks. Or, today my mind feels active, but I'm learning to stay present inside that movement. Notice how the language reflects observation, not judgment. Take a moment to notice your thoughts right now: slow, busy, soft, scattered. Speak softly, my mind feels, and let the sentence complete naturally. This trains your brain to think in English from the inside out. Now imagine someone shares something personal with you. Respond with care, not performance. I understand. Thank you for telling me. Or, I can see how that would feel difficult. These small responses show compassion, and compassion is universal. Try speaking softly. I'm here for you. You did your best. You are not alone. Try your own version softly. I felt peaceful when. Allow your memory to guide your voice. Let the sentence unfold naturally. Now, let's gently shift into describing connection, the feeling of being seen, heard, or understood. You might say, I feel connected when I talk to someone who listens deeply. Or, I feel connected when I speak with someone who understands silence. These are simple, real forms of expression. Take a breath. Think of a moment when you felt connected to someone. Speak softly, I felt connected when. This is the voice of emotional fluency. Bring your attention back to the present, your breath, your body, your voice. Notice how your English has softened. Notice how your speaking has slowed. Feel how your presence has expanded. You are not simply learning English. You are learning to be yourself in English. This is the deepest kind of fluency. You are doing it gently, beautifully, patiently, one breath at a time. Your inner voice shapes your English. The way you express yourself reflects the way you experience life. When your tone is calm, your language becomes calm. When your breathing is steady, your sentences are steady. When your presence is soft and open, your voice feels warm and inviting. You are not just speaking English, you are sharing yourself. This is the core of fluency, and you are practicing it beautifully. Now, imagine someone asks about something meaningful in your life, a person, a memory, or an inspiration. Focus on the feeling rather than only the facts. For example, I remember a moment when I was sitting outside in the evening, watching the sky change colors. The air felt cool and soft, and I felt peaceful inside. It was a simple moment, but it stayed with me. Think of a memory now, something small, but meaningful. Speak it softly. There was a moment when. Then describe what you felt. It made me feel. Let the memory unfold like a gentle story. Next, let's practice expressing appreciation. You might say, I appreciate my friend because they listen to me without judgment. They make me feel supported. Or, I appreciate my family because they bring warmth to my life. Appreciation strengthens both your speaking and your relationships. Think of someone now. Speak softly, I appreciate, then explain their effect on you. It makes me feel. This helps your English become emotionally fluent. Now, let's speak about self-discovery. I am learning to slow down and trust the process of my life. Or, I am learning to listen to my own needs with more attention. These sentences show self-awareness. Speak softly, I am learning to. Then allow the rest to come naturally. No judgment, only observation. Imagine a gentle conversation where someone asks, what helps you stay calm? You could answer, I stay calm when I take a few deep breaths and bring my attention back to my body. I remind myself that everything moves one moment at a time. Notice how the sentences breathe. Try your own version softly. I stay calm when. Speak from your experience. Now, describe comfort in your environment. I feel comfort when the light in the room is soft. Or, I feel comfort when I am wrapped in a warm blanket. Even small details show emotional presence. Try describing something comforting around you. The room feels. The air feels. The light feels. Speak slowly. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Hold for a moment. Exhale through your mouth. Feel how your breath softens your voice from the inside. Fluency is not just in words, it is in your presence. Next, practice gentle storytelling. Think of a day that brought you joy. It does not have to be perfect, just kind, peaceful, or meaningful. For example, there was a day when I woke up feeling rested. I moved slowly through the morning, enjoying the quiet. I listened to music that made me feel calm. I spoke with someone I care about, and our conversation felt honest and comforting. The day was simple, but it felt warm and real. Now try your version softly. There was a day when. Then describe what made that day gentle or good. It does not have to be long, only true. Take a deep breath. Feel your progress. You are learning to speak with sensitivity, awareness, and connection. Your voice is growing steadier. Your English is becoming a reflection of your inner clarity. Continue deepening your ability to speak with presence. Slowing down enough to truly feel your words makes language fuller, more meaningful, and connected to your inner self. You are not rushing, you are allowing something to come through you. This is the real difference between speaking and communicating. Speaking is just sound. Communicating is connection. Now, describe your relationship with the present moment. I am learning to be here where I am instead of living only in my thoughts. Or, I am noticing the small details in my day, and they help me feel grounded. Speak softly. I am learning to be present by. Let the rest come gently. Take your time. Next, we will practice describing your surroundings in a way that reflects mood and atmosphere. Notice how your environment feels and let your English carry that feeling naturally. You might say, "The space around me feels quiet and gentle. There is a calm energy here." Or, "The environment feels busy, but I am trying to remain steady inside it." These sentences show emotional awareness and grounding. Look around you now, wherever you are. Take a slow breath. Speak softly. The place around me feels. Let the feeling guide the words. Now imagine someone asks about your current focus in life. A fluent, steady response could be, "Right now, I am focusing on growing slowly and staying patient with myself. I am learning to move through life at a pace that feels balanced and gentle." Notice how this answer does not try to impress. It simply describes your inner direction. Try your own version. "Right now, I am focusing on," then add how it feels. Speak with ease. Let's expand your emotional vocabulary gently. Words like calm, steady, grounded, gentle, open, patient, balanced. These words help you describe your inner experience with subtlety. Repeat softly, letting each word settle in your voice. Calm, steady, grounded, gentle, open, patient, balanced. Next, let's practice describing how relationships influence you. I feel supported when I am around people who listen and understand me. Or, I feel encouraged when I receive kindness and patience from others. These statements show emotional maturity. Think of someone whose presence supports you, even in small ways. Speak softly. I feel supported when. Complete this sentence gently. Now consider moments when you feel distant or misunderstood. You can express this calmly without negativity. Sometimes I feel quiet because I do not know how to express myself fully yet. Or, sometimes I feel unsure, but I am learning to stay kind to myself in those moments. These words express vulnerability, an important part of fluency. Try saying it softly. Sometimes I feel. Let your honesty guide you. Take a deep breath in and out. Feel how your voice is no longer separate from your English. Your English is beginning to feel like you. This is the transformation we are shaping together. You are not rushing, you are unfolding. Your fluency is growing at the exact rhythm it needs. You are doing beautifully. Now, let's practice sharing experiences in conversation. Real conversations are not about perfect grammar or vocabulary. They're about feeling, attention, and presence. When you speak honestly, even simple words carry meaning. Imagine someone asks, "How was your day?" Instead of giving a short answer like, "It was fine," you could say, "My day was slow and calm. I took my time moving through my tasks, and I tried to stay present. It wasn't a busy day, but it felt meaningful in a quiet way." This answer allows the listener to feel your day with you. Now try your own answer softly. "My day was." Describe the mood, not just the actions. Let the emotion move your voice. Let's describe your relationship with time. Time feels different every day. Some days are long, others short. Some flow softly and steadily. You might say, "Today felt slow, like I had enough space to breathe." Or, "The day went quickly, but I tried not to rush myself." Reflect on today. Speak softly. Today felt. Allow the description to be honest and gentle. Now let's practice guiding a conversation forward. Fluent speakers respond to the feeling behind words. If someone says, "I've been tired lately," you might respond, "I understand. It sounds like you've been carrying a lot. I hope you're giving yourself rest when you can." If someone says, "I've been excited about something new," you could respond, "That's wonderful. It's beautiful to feel inspired and energized." These responses show understanding and empathy. They do not require advanced vocabulary, only presence. Practice speaking from empathy softly. "I understand how that might feel. I hear you. It makes sense that you reacted that way. I'm here with you in this moment." Feel how gentle the language becomes. Now, describe the way your body feels in this moment. This strengthens your voice and awareness. You might say, "I feel warm and relaxed." Or, "I feel a slight tension, but I am breathing through it." Noticing your body connects your language to presence. Observe your shoulders, your breath, your posture. Speak softly. "My body feels." No judgment, just observation. Now imagine you are ending a gentle conversation with someone. Instead of rushing, you can close the conversation with warmth. You might say, "Thank you for talking with me. I appreciate the time we shared." Or, "I'm glad we had this conversation. It felt meaningful." This leaves a soft and warm impression. Practice this softly. "Thank you for this moment. I appreciate the time we shared. It felt meaningful to speak with you." This is graceful communication. Emotional fluency. Confident presence. Take another slow, deep breath. Inhale gently. Exhale softly. Feel the calm settling inside your voice. Feel your language continuing to soften and deepen. You are speaking not only with words, but with awareness. You are growing beautifully. Now let us guide your voice toward deeper confidence. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is not fast. Confidence is quiet, steady, and grounded. It comes from the feeling that you are safe to express yourself. It comes from trusting that your words do not need to be perfect to be meaningful. As you keep speaking gently, as you breathe through your sentences, you teach your mind that English is not something to fear. It is something to relax into. Imagine someone asks you to talk about something you enjoy doing. Not something impressive, just something that brings you a sense of peace. You could say, "I enjoy taking quiet walks because they help me clear my mind and reconnect with myself." Or, "I enjoy listening to soft music because it helps me slow down and feel calm inside." These are simple statements, yet they create connection. Think of something you enjoy. Speak softly, "I enjoy," then describe how it makes you feel. "It helps me feel." Let your voice move slowly. Now, let's practice describing transitions in your day. Every day has moments of movement. Waking up, starting work or school, taking breaks, returning home, resting. Being able to talk about these transitions naturally helps you speak fluidly. For example, when the day begins, I like to move slowly. I take time to breathe and prepare myself mentally. Or, at the end of the day, I try to unwind and let go of any stress I have been holding. These sentences are simple, human, real. Try your own reflection. When the day begins, I. At the end of the day, I. Let your mind remember the feeling of these moments. Now, let's practice speaking about emotions that change throughout the day. For instance, sometimes I start the day feeling energized, but by the afternoon I need moments of rest. Or, some days I feel bright and open, while other days I feel quiet and reflective. These expressions show emotional awareness. Say softly, "Today my emotions felt." Then describe the movement, shifting, changing, steady, quiet, open. Your voice becomes more fluent each time you describe your inner world. Imagine someone asks you what you value in life. You do not need a perfect answer. You can respond gently, "I value peace. I value kindness. I value honesty and patience." These words carry weight because they come from your truth. Try it softly, I value. Let the words flow from your heart. Next, let's practice the rhythm of speaking in longer flowing sentences. You can connect your thoughts in a smooth line. I try to move through my day with awareness, staying present to my surroundings and gentle with myself. Even when things become busy or challenging, notice how the sentence stretches like a soft ribbon, not rushed, not forced. Try your own, I try to. Then continue slowly, allowing the sentence to unfold naturally. There is no need to plan. Just let it emerge. Now take a slow breath, a breath that fills your chest, and release it softly. Feel how your voice has changed since we began. The pace is slower. The words are softer. The expression is deeper. Your English is becoming not just something you use, but something you live inside of. It is becoming a language you feel, not a language you chase. This is the most natural and lasting form of fluency. You are doing beautifully. Stay here. Stay steady. Stay present. As you continue to grow in your English journey, remember, learning a language is also learning to listen to yourself. Your voice will change. Your confidence will expand. Your relationship with English will become gentler and more natural. Speaking a language is not something that is mastered in a moment. It unfolds through time, experience, and presence. Every time you speak, even simple words, you are strengthening your voice. Notice how your voice feels right now. At the beginning of this lesson, your voice may have felt tight, unsure, or tense. Slowly, as we breathed together and spoke softly, it is becoming calm, steady, and alive. Your voice opened. It relaxed. It began to move more naturally. This is the sign of real progress, the kind that stays with you. Imagine now that you are speaking English in a real situation, maybe with a new person, in a calm conversation, or even aloud to yourself. Picture your voice carrying the same softness, the same gentle rhythm. When you speak like this in real life, others will feel your presence. They will listen differently. They will feel at ease with you. You can say something as simple as, "It's good to meet you," or, "I'm happy to share this moment with you." If your voice is calm and sincere, the message feels complete. Presence makes language meaningful. Now let's practice speaking about meaning. You might say, "I am trying to live in a way that feels true to who I am." Or, "I want to connect with others in an open and understanding way." These sentences show depth and authenticity. They show that your English is beginning to reflect the inner you. Try speaking softly, "I want to live in a way that feels," and allow your heart to guide the ending. There is no correct answer, only truth. Now think of the future in a gentle and open way, not a future full of pressure or expectations, but a future that unfolds slowly, moment by moment. You might say, "I hope my future continues to feel open and spacious." Or, "I hope I keep meeting myself with patience." These are simple hopes, but they are real and grounding. Try expressing your own gentle hope, "I hope," and let the rest flow naturally. Return to your breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale with softness. Your breath is the foundation of your voice. Your voice is the bridge to your language. Your language is the doorway to your expression. Your expression is the reflection of your presence. You have been practicing all of this quietly and steadily. Recognize something important. You have already changed. The way you speak now is not the way you began. Your voice is softer. Your rhythm is steadier. Your presence is deeper. Your English carries more of you inside it. This is fluency from the heart. Imagine the closing of a gentle day. The light becomes softer. The air becomes cooler. Thoughts slow down. The pace eases. Your mind begins to settle. Reflect on the day. Maybe there was a small conversation that made you feel understood. Maybe a quiet moment when your thoughts became calm. Maybe you simply moved through the day with softness. These are the moments where your inner self grows. Reflect softly. There were moments today that felt meaningful. Even if the day felt simple, meaning exists in the simple. Now let us express gratitude. Gratitude does not need to be loud. It is a quiet appreciation for what helped you grow. You can say, I am grateful for the chance to learn. Or, I am grateful for the calm moments that helped me return to myself. This kind of gratitude expands your heart. Speak softly, I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for my progress. I am grateful for the voice I am developing. Feel the warmth of those words. Now we begin to close our time together slowly and gently. A closing is not an ending. It is a soft pause, a moment of acknowledgement for how far you have come. Carry this calm voice into your daily life. Speak slowly. Speak gently. Speak with presence. Your English does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be honest. Speak from your heart and people will listen. Remember, you are not behind. You are not slow. You are growing quietly, steadily, beautifully. Your voice matters. Your thoughts matter. Your presence matters. Every word you speak in English is another step toward becoming more fully yourself. Take one final deep breath with me. Inhale gently. Hold. Exhale slowly. Feel peace in your chest. Feel openness in your voice. Feel confidence in your being. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming more fluent every day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for practicing with presence and patience. Thank you for speaking with your heart. You are doing beautifully and your journey continues.